Hello again everyone, and sorry about the length of my videos. It's been getting completely out of hand. Uh, it's just getting longer and longer, and that serves little purpose. I should keep them to half an hour, but I get carried away in stuff. So it's not a huge deal, I guess, since YouTube allows you to pick up where you left off. But it would be much more convenient for everyone if it was shorter, especially since the upload takes so long. So I will do my best to take that into account. And I am about to give another unit to Sidon. I gave them 500 in the last video, though I think it broke off right before I ended it because of a full hard drive. But there it is. So let's pick another city-state to grab. And I think I prefer to deprive some from Arabia. Though La Vinta is just very easy. Well, let's just go for Kabul. Science still going up. There's our railroad coming along just fine. Yeah, as we last time calculated, we need what, 13.7 plus 9.7, that's 23, 24k. So sacking them now is of no consequence. And we will just keep that for later. More science I get, the more they will yield, and they're just getting better all the time. So there's just simply no reason to sacrifice them now. Here, I think, yeah, I should get that nationality there. In Nottingham, there's not really anything left to build. All these things are pretty irrelevant. I could get a museum, etc., but that's just not really worth much. So I'll just go for that last trade route, and then after, I'll do something else. This style I never want to work it. Give me more science instead. The same in every one of the cities actually. So the Dutch have been eradicated. Maria is still happy. For now. Yeah, with the 3 militaristic city-states, we should get units pretty often. Yep, still going up. And we can give away these archers as well, actually. So Kabul should be covered, and well, let's put some into Vatican City. We get another scientist in 5 turns, so and that will be a good moment to start sacking them. And we are still only 6% behind, so it's not all that bad. I had expected worse things. Neuschwanstein, not something I will be building. And this game looks a lot better now than it did, say, 100 turns ago, when I thought we had completely lost. It did look like we were about to lose, so can't blame me for that, I guess, but it wasn't looking good. But now things are looking up. I'll make the Circus Maximus here. And yeah, we're already working on radar. I think I will just skip ahead now. 5029. That's pretty close to what I think we can get out of them. Well, it keeps going up, but... Oh, kaboo. That's unfortunate. When I'm done, I'll just make a road to them. If I can, the military unit standing in the way is often just a painful problem. And yeah, buy spaceship parts with gold. 5068. Yeah. I guess there's no point in sacrificing them yet. What I will do, however, is buy an engineer next turn. "38 votes are needed for the world leadership. I have 14. That's definitely a lot more than I would have guessed at the start of the game. But yeah, at some point we got to do a lot of these quests, and definitely helps. So let's buy an engineer. And I do think that science games are the most boring of the Civ games. Although, well, everything without war is a little bit boring at some parts of the game. For example, this science game was very interesting in the earliest parts, but yeah, the last parts have been a little less impressive. Vatican City, I can buy it for 500. Everyone wants spices. Let's check Mogadishu. Oh, they have spices. So Mogadishu is... yeah. So bank, 19 turns, that's very, very possible. After the bank, probably museum, and the other thing. What do we make here? I think walls, just in case. And yeah, still increasing. It's actually railroad. Uh, yes, through to London, please. So yeah, next turn is the big sacrifice turn, I think. Can't delay much longer.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
No, sure. If you want oil. Yeah, giving one of a resource is insignificant and it can actually get you a lot of benefits sometimes. And I finally have my spices, so this should be going in the right direction. Gonna gain 160 plus the actual city-state in influence, so that's definitely worth 1,000 gold. I guess not. Oh, they haven't improved it. Okay, so scientists all over, and we can get to sacrificing them. Satellites and then advanced ballistics, of course. Rocketry next turn.
تعال دعنا
Not gonna do that. And then London can start
Ireis
thinking
considerar esta
about
oferta?
building the Apollo project program thing. Spices connected, finally. And suddenly we have an explosion in our city-states. It's too bad this didn't happen right before we could vote for United Nations leaders. I think it's stupid that that vote only happens once. 3 turns to satellites. So yeah, let's get to work on this oil program. And I do think I want to buy. Well, no, that's just... Let's switch it up, make the museum here and the Apollo program in New York. That's just gonna be more efficient, I think. And then here I can build a few submarines. That would be good, but yeah, let's build a few submarines first. I don't expect Maria to become hostile. I expect I think it's much more likely that an enemy fleet will attack us. Seven turns for that scientist. So it's going to jump down, I think, because we get two scientists from the Hubble. It's unfortunate. There we go. 1117. That's not actually enough. Send it to Vilnius.
Deveremos prosperar através do
Why,
comércio?
yes, I hope you still have a city by the time this completes, but that city is pretty wrecked, so Vatican City, another ally in the arsenal of allies. And I think I'm going to win this first world leader vote pretty handily. And there goes the science again. England. Just England rules. No, let's give it to Kabul. Because why not? And as you can see, the cascade from that talent is pretty good. Already got well over 100 influence from it, or almost no gold, because the military city-states give me units and I just use them to get free influence. So it's 60 free influence every 20 turns, which is fine, and I can give old and obsolete units away for even more influence, and probably make some cheap things as well. So these we will keep for a little bit longer, at least until the Apollo program is done, but possibly a little later. And yeah, I don't want to make anyone angry. Portugal would be happy with this. Not a good reason to do it though. Everyone would be happy with the World Fair, of course. And I think the World Fair is fine. I can probably get enough production to get the second tier, I hope. And the diplomacy modifier is great. What's next for London? Well, There's a few things we still need to do. I don't like the forge. I don't think it's of much use at this point. Well, it's 15% for land units, but I'm not inclined to build them anytime soon. So I'm thinking just museum into that other thing and then try to get to scholasticism. And that scholasticism, that might actually give me a serious boost. Yeah, slowly encroaching everywhere. Kabul will get that road soon enough. Rigged a bunch of elections. No need to protect my capital from theft, because everyone is equal or ahead of me. Yeah, Portugal is actually first. That's pretty good, and yeah, I'm not really afraid of people stealing, so there is no problem that way. Well, let's build at least one more submarine. I will not renew my friendship with Brazil for obvious reasons. I never backed a losing team. I'm a little Francis Underwood that way. And the best they can get is a sweet, sweet stab in the back. Musician again. It'll have to wait until we get that broadcast tower up. 10 turns to go for the Apollo program, and that's okay. At the moment, science is everything. Oh, Brazil managed to recover their capital. Maria is already building booster pieces, so that's something to watch out for. I'll probably build the booster pieces in my cities, and then hopefully we'll be able to well, we're not that far behind on booster pieces, so that's pretty good. We still have 2 scientists for it, but I prefer to hold off with the scientists until a bit later. There's no point popping them since we can't construct anything, and their value is constantly going up. As you can see, the timer
Ireis
was extended because we got 2 free ones, but I think we can probably get this one still. And culture-wise, I don't think we can get 4 policies. That's just not gonna happen. But we can get 2. And this is worth 100 science. And maybe 3. Yeah, we get a little bit of a bonus on that last thing. Let's take a look. What do we want? Geneva. Geneva wants a trade route. Not sure ours can actually get all the way around, but if it can, then that's fine. Yeah, this is sad. And the worst part is that all their nice buildings are gone. Question is 26 turns. Well, that will be actually higher because this one will be born. 26 turns, we can probably make that. But more is going to be difficult. Let me check the research agreements. We have one that ends in 7 turns. So let's make sure that we have the correct path set up. And, I want to go here, then here, then here, and not discover that yet. Not necessarily, at least. And here, I think it's time to build some fighters. Let's see if we can reach Geneva. We can't. As I expected. Yeah, I thought they were allies. That's unfortunate. Let's take another look. We need that trade route and then the road, and everything else seems to be fine. Can't give them what they want. They want Neuschwanstein. Nope, we're not getting anything. Bratislava is going to get that unit. And of course the secondary benefit of this is that your city-state allies not only become more allied with you, but they obviously also get a much bigger army. That can be pretty helpful, I think. Maria is still speeding up ahead. We are at 88% now, 9% ahead of us. I doubt that we can actually win this game, but yeah, I'm still going to try. I might need to make some nuclear weapons to throw on their cities. need more science and I need it fast. Can't get it faster than this, I think. Maybe I should have slotted them earlier for a little bit more science, but... Well, I do have my stuff still coming. At least one more scientist. So that's 3 scientists at, well, what should be becoming 8,000 each. But it might not be enough anyway. The good news is that I can already instantly buy the pieces, so there is at least that. Yeah, it's likely that Nottingham will be building a piece as its next assignment. At this point I will just go for the cultured bomb. And this guy can go for the golden age. We're almost done with our space program. Then we still have to wait 11 turns before we can get started on building these parts, and yeah. Science funding. No. That will be for next time. Road to Kabul is done, so we can break it down again. And yeah, we're almost ready here. So next time we will see what happens. We will try to get the World Fair, well, at least some of it. And before I stop, I will actually try to make some extra war happen. That's a little excessive.
Esta oferta? Sou todo ouvidos.
That is much more acceptable.
Esta oferta? Certamente que não. Recusamos. Certamente que não. Ireis considerar esta oferta?
Yeah.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
Not giving open borders, but that will do. Okay, see you next time, and let's hope that we can finish then